Good morning. I would like to welcome everybody to the Board of Directors meeting for the Chautauqua County Industrial Development Agency. We're at the BWB Building, 201 West 3rd Street, Jamestown, New York. We're also streaming live via YouTube and Zoom. It's June the 25th, 2024 at 10:30. We'll go ahead and do roll call. Gary Henry is here. Brad Walters.
Here.
Dan Hetzenreiter.
Here.
Sagan Sheffield Smith.
Here.
Stephen Thorpe.
Here.
Dan Demart.
Here.
Kevin Muldowney.
Here.
Amy Harding.
Here.
We should have all received the May 21st minutes, had a chance to review those. Do we have a motion to accept those minutes?
Motion.
Thank you, Dan. Do we have a second?
I'll second.
Thank you, Sagan. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? The minutes have been approved. Before we move into new business, I'd like to welcome the county executive, PJ Wendell. Thank you for being here this morning. Did you have anything you wanted to share?
No, today I'll be quiet.
Okay. And, yeah.
You like?
Yeah, I'm all right. I will, I'll be.
Yes, you owe me.
I'm not Mark. We had a great, beginning of the month, we had a great meeting with Immunity Bio, which is, the question that's been out there is, where are they? What's happening? So they are very committed. They are still very active. As you know, they had a new cancer drug approved by the FDA. So they're really excited about the opportunity, but they just wanted to meet with us, myself, the mayor of Dunkirk, town supervisor in Dunkirk, and just wanted everyone to be aware that they are here, they are engaged, they're not going anywhere. In fact, they're really excited about the opportunities they have. So, we did have an official word. I think Vince DeJoy has mentioned something in the paper as well, and the Dunkirk Observer, they caught it. But we are, really excited about that. So that's really about the only thing that's really changed recently is, questions are what's happening, what's going on, and we were informed. So I'm excited, very optimistic. That's really what potential. So good news on that front.
Yeah.
Now that's all I have.
And the IDA team was there as well.
Yes, I'm sorry, yeah.
To mention.
Yep, we were all there. It was really very enlightening, a lot of stuff. They were explaining a lot of things, so good to go. They're wrapping up the few loose ends and we'll be excited.
Great.
Thank you. Yep. We'll move into new business A, Ivory Acres Weddings LLC, presented by Carol.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Chairman. We have, the loan review committee met on, June 13th, 2024, and recommended that this, resolution be brought before the board. We have the history of it. John and Kelsey Vault purchased a dairy farm, about 18 acres in 2017. They transformed the property into a successful wedding and event venue. The transformation was complete about 2018. The venues were sold out. He had actually contracts before everything was ready to go. So now John and Kelsey are going to retire from this wedding venue business, and Cole and Rachel Smith they'd like to purchase. They'd like to continue it exactly the way it is, only they would do some renovations for it. Cole is a timber carpenter, and they plan on upgrading the buildings and in the future, maybe building cabins on it. And Rachel is great. She's going to take care of the business end of it. They already do have contracts going forward. The cash flow works, so it'll continue as before. Actually, they're not buying the trucks and such, so their cash flow will be even a little better than it was before. I think everybody received the package and everybody received the loan review minutes. So, the meat of it is, this loan request is in the amount of $140,000. That would be a term of 20 years for 4%. And that's either, they will go under the LTAC EDA or CARES Act, or CRLF for revolving loan fund. We were partnering with other bank financing, which they haven't got totally committed yet. And the total amount is $400,000 for the purchase of the property. They are putting in they're putting in equity. We're in for $140,000. The bank financing they're looking for would be $200,000, and they're putting in equity at $40,000. So it's again $140,000 loan from us for 20 years at 4% because it is, property, and we're taking a lien on the buildings and the property. The loan will be secured by a second position behind bank financing on the real estate at 191 Ivory Street in Frewsburg, New York. This includes the land structures and any future structures. We'll also take second position on UCC filing behind the lending institution. That includes all business assets, but not limited, of course, to furniture, fixtures, machinery, or equipment, including the future equipment, inventory, and accounts receivable. There will be an unlimited personal guarantee provided by Cole Smith and Rachel Smith. And there will also be Keyman life insurance assignment, each in the amount of the loan provided by Cole Smith and Rachel Smith. And of course, it's contingent on all bank financing and other commitments are in place before we distribute our funds. So are there any questions on this? It provides a venue for Chautauqua County, and it also brings visitors from outside Chautauqua County. And it also, the vendors in Chautauqua County are hired to present the events, caterers and such, lawn maintenance.
Yeah, we had, as part of the loan committee meeting, Cole came in and us and talked about their vision, about, looking at potentially building small cabins on the facility. And obviously, they're very excited about prospect of doing improvements to the facility and continuing to run it as it was, but kicking it up a notch. So this is a really good project, and just builds on our sort of tourism assets here in the county.
Very good. Brad, would you move new business A1 for us?
A1, a resolution 06252401 of the members of the Chautauqua County Industrial Development Agency to approve an LTEC EDA CARES Act and/or CRLF loan to Ivory Acres Weddings LLC.
Thank you. And do we have a second?
Second.
Thank you, Dan. We'll go ahead and do a roll call vote. Gary Henry votes aye. Brad Walters.
Aye.
Dan Hetzenrader.
Aye.
Megan Sheffield Smith.
Aye.
Stephen Thorpe.
Aye.
Dan DeMart.
Aye.
Kevin Muldowney.
Aye.
Amy Harding.
Aye.
And the resolution is unanimously approved. We certainly wish the best to Cole and Rachel as they expand this wedding venue and look forward to their growing it. Next, we'll move into new business B, Gren Ventures LLC, again presented by Carol.
Okay, thank you again, Mr. Chairman. This is Gren Ventures LLC. We approved funding for Gren Ventures in 2013 as they built a 22,875 square foot, which has become a warehouse / recycling. It's attached by a driveway to Arthur R. Gren, their other company. So we have approximately an LTEC balance of $207,209. And they have bank financing of $366,805. Now, their bank financing was a 5-year renewable term. It will not be renewed. And no fault of the company. It's not doesn't have anything to do with any financials, their balance sheets or anything. It's just something the banks are not taking into account anymore. So anyway, for what other reason, but not financially, they are not approving the renewal for 5 years. And that balance is 366,805. So we were approached by John Gren to combine our loan and the bank loan for just a 5-year term. So the total amount of the loan will be $574,316 for 5 years at 4%. The best part of this is we were, of course, behind bank financing at the second position. We will move into first. We'll move into first on the building. All assets, actually, the exact collateral is the loan is secured by first lien position on the real estate located at 1886 Mason Drive in Jamestown, New York. Assignment of rents, first position and UCC filing to include all business assets, but not limited to furniture, fixtures, machinery, equipment, including future equipment, inventory, and accounts receivable of Gren Ventures LLC and Arthur R. Gren Company, Inc. The corporate guarantee of Arthur R. Gren Company, Inc., unlimited personal guarantees provided by John P. Gren and Chrisham Gren, who are the owners of Gren Ventures LLC. They're giving their personal guarantee, but they have asked us to waive the key man life insurance assignment on John P. Gren and Chrisham Gren. And that our existing loan did waive the key man life insurance before. They are current on our loans. They are current on bank financing. And this is a good thing for us to be in first position on this. Is just 5-year term.
I want to mention also, we had an appraisal done on the building, and it's appraised at 1.65 million. So our loan of 574,000 and being in first position is well secured. The other thing I wanted to mention is, I can't remember, Carol, how many jobs there are there. Do you recall? But there are.
Yeah, there are just about 10 jobs there. It's the recycling center if we take the building that we have the lien on.
Yep, so it secures those jobs. And then the other thing with the bank, the lender, there's a lot of banks that are getting out of commercial real estate. And that's the situation here. It wasn't because of their performance. They were current on all their payments, but the particular lenders getting out of commercial lending. So that's why they're not going to renew their 5-year term.
Any questions from the board?
One last thing.
Yep.
Of course, the loan committee recommended approval of this to the board. So you should know that it's recommended by them unanimously.
Yes. Dan Hetzenrader, would you move new business B1 for us?
Absolutely. Resolution 06-25-24-02 of the members of the County of Chautauqua Industrial Development Agency to approve an LTEC EPA CARES Act and/or TRLF loan to Gren Venture LLC.
Thank you. And do we have a second?
I'll second.
Thank you, Kevin. We'll go ahead and do a roll call vote. Gary Henry votes aye. Brad Walters.
Aye.
Dan Hetzenrader.
Aye.
Megan Sheffield Smith.
Aye.
Stephen Thorpe.
Aye.
Dan Demart.
Aye.
Kevin Muldowney.
Aye.
Amy Harding.
Aye.
And the resolution is unanimously approved. This is certainly a good opportunity for us to be able to step in and help them out. There was just an article in the New York Times this week about several of these commercial real estate lenders looking to get out. So we might have to keep an eye on this, on other things coming up. And
these are good companies, they're doing well, but if they don't have the financing behind them, it's hard for them to retain jobs and expand. So we'll have to keep an eye on that. Next, we'll move into the executive director's report.
Yeah, I just have a couple of really quick things. One is that we're continuing to interview candidates for Rich's position. As you know, we hired Rich Kerner to sort of, oversee the process, if you will, of advertising the position, doing initial interviews, ranking. He's done summaries on each one, and we had 3 interviews this last week and the week before. I think we're probably gonna have 1 or 2 more maybe. But that's going well, so I'll keep you in the loop on where we're at with that. The idea obviously is to bring them in sooner rather than later, so they have, 6, 8 months to sort of mentor under Rich. So we're on that pace. The other thing I wanted to do is if we could hand these out to the board. I don't know if we have enough for everyone else, maybe the media. But that's a one-page marketing pamphlet that we put together. I should have kept one because I could refer to it. But it's got there we go. I can do it by heart, I think. No, it's obviously got our loans. It talks about what incentives we have in terms of loans, tax abatements and exemptions, our bonding abilities, our site selection assistance, then some factoids about the county where we're located and our cost of living and what sectors are strong here, our quality of life, and our contact information. And this was something that Jason really worked hard on. Thank you, Jason. It's great to have a one-pager, right? And we've really never had this like this. So this is great, high level. So we're, we've got, I don't know, I think we made 500 of these and we'll keep them updated. So thank you for that. And I know Christine had a lot of input and all the business development managers. So thank you. And then before we move into the treasurer's report, Rich wanted me to communicate that the May budget is not available today. He apologizes, but he said in June, he will have, or in July, he'll have the June budget and he'll also have the 6-month budget in July. So more to come.
Thank you. Kayla, did you have a treasurer's report for us?
So there's not too much to point out as far as financials go. Everything looks to be doing well. We have really healthy cash balances across the board here for IDA, Industrial Park, CRLF, Altech, and EDA. We've got our loan balances, which are all doing well, and I'll get to that during the loan report. And also in the IDA North County Industrial Development, we also have a good, healthy amount of deferred revenue too. So then we'll move on to the statement of revenue and expenses. And for the IDA and the EDA CARES, that's really just a timing thing. There's just been more expenditures recognized in that time frame, the first 5 months, than what was recognized as revenue. But again, like I said, we have very healthy cash balances in all these funds. So that's really all I've got for you.
Okay, thank you. At this point, I would entertain a motion to go into executive session for the purpose of discussing the financial or credit history of a particular person or corporation. In particular, I would like to discuss the status of our loan portfolio, financial and credit status of some of our borrowers. Do I hear such a motion? Steve, do we have a second? Second. Thank you, Dan. All those in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed? Okay, we will now enter executive session.